Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for my first St. Patrick's Day DIY, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you exactly how I made this Rae Dunn Inspired St. Patrick's Day wood bead garland. But before we get started, if you are new here, I would love to have you join us by subscribing down below. Alright, let's get started. So for this wood bead garland, I'm going to be using these 20mm unfinished wood beads that I bought in a pack of 200 from Amazon, and I will leave these linked down below. And I always buy my beads like this unfinished because it is so much more cost effective. And then to paint them, I'm going to be using these two spray paints. So the first is this Rust-Oleum in Hunter Green. It's a really beautiful deep green color. And the second is this Ultra Matte White from Rust-Oleum. I have an entire video showing my favorite way to paint wood beads, and I promise it is so fast and you will get perfect even coverage on your wood beads. So I'll leave that link down below. So here are my beads all painted and ready to go. So this is that matte white, and then this is the Hunter Green, and I did end up using a clear matte coat on the end of them just to give them that matte appearance so they could match the white ones, but you can definitely leave it glossy if you prefer. And like I said, this painting method is so fast and I love it. Next, I'm moving on to that Rae Dunn Inspired tag. So for this, you're just going to need a wood tag. So I picked these up from Amazon and I'm going to leave these linked down below. And then also a free printable. So this is located on my blog. I will leave the link for this down below also, and it is completely free. You can just head on over to my blog and you will see it there, and you can just click it and print it out for free at home. So these tags are the perfect size, but not the perfect color. So I'm just going to be using my white chalk paint just to give them a quick coat. That way it is easier to put on my little paper tags over it and you won't see the black peeking through. And you can definitely spray paint these as well, but I just had my chalk paint and it doesn't have to be perfect. You just kind of want to cover up that black color. And now you just want to pick out two words. So I'm going to be using lucky today and kiss me. Now I'm going to grab my tag and just place it over the words that I want to use, and I just tried to make sure it was in the center, and I'm just using a pencil to trace around the outline. That way I know exactly where to cut it out. So once I did the one side, I'm just going to flip it over and trace it over my second word. And now I'm just going to take some scissors and carefully cut out those tags. Once your tags are all cut out, you're just going to want to get some Mod Podge. So today I'm using matte Mod Podge that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to be putting a couple dabs here on my wood tag, and then I'm just going to brush it all over it. And then I'm going to take one of my paper tags. So here I'm taking Kiss Me, and I'm just placing it over it and pressing it firmly. And I forgot to mention, I did print out my tags on cardstock, and that does seem to help with the wrinkles when you apply Mod Podge to paper. But you can definitely print this out on regular printer paper and it will work just as well. It just might be a little bit more wrinkly. And now I'm just doing a final coat of Mod Podge over the top of it to seal it in, and I'm making sure I get all of those sides. And then once that is dry, I did my other side and I repeated those same steps. Once the Mod Podge was dry on both sides, I just took a pencil and just pushed it right through that little hole in the tag there. And next I'm going to be using some twine. So I picked up this twine at the Dollar Tree, but you can use any twine for this, it does not matter. And I like to start off with a nice long piece. That way I have some extra if I need it. And I just put it right through the tag hole here, and I'm tying a series of knots. So I like to triple knot everything. And then I just cut off that little tail there. And now I'm going to start stringing my strand. Now I'm just putting my beads on an alternating pattern of green and white until all 30 beads are on my string. And if your string starts to fray a little bit, you can always trim it or just put a piece of tape on it to help you while you're putting it through the beads. Once you have all your beads on your strand here, you're just going to want to move this to the side for a second. And now we are going to make the tassel. So for this, I like to hold a piece of my thumb and then wrap the twine around my 4 fingers a bunch of times. And I love a really big tassel, so you'll see here, I just really went a little crazy and I wrapped it around a lot. And then I just slipped it off my finger and cut a smaller piece of twine, and I'm just lacing that right through that center loop. And now I'm going to make a tight knot, or you can double knot it if you like. And then I'm going to be cutting directly across from that knot. So you just want to take your scissors, and now we're going to bend over those strands and cover that knot. So it will be hidden inside the head of the tassel. And now you're going to take some more twine and hold a little piece in your thumb, and then take the other part and wrap it around a bunch of times just to bind it. And now you can take those two smaller pieces and just tie it into a tight knot or two, and then you can trim off the extra pieces. Now you just want to pull those strands nice and straight and give them a little trim so they are all neat and even. Now the last step is just to attach our tassel to our strand. So you're just going to take that extra string from your strand and just put it right through the head of your tassel. So I had a pretty big opening here, but if you do not, you can always take a pencil and just poke it right through to help you get that string through. And the most important thing here is you want to make sure you're really pulling that string tight, because you do not want to have gaps in your garland. So just pull it really tight while you're making a knot or two, and then you can just trim off that extra twine, and that is it. You are done. I really think that this wood bead garland would be perfect for anyone's decor, whether you like to just decorate a little bit for St. Patrick's Day or whether you go all out. And you can definitely switch up the colors if you want to make it more vibrant. I think gold beads would be beautiful in this, but you can definitely make it your own. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do not forget to give me a big thumbs up, and make sure you are subscribed if you are not yet subscribed, and make sure you have that bell notification turned on so you never miss a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching.